Welcome back to the Literary Apothecary, and if you're new here, welcome to the Literary Apothecary. My name is Kate, and today I'm here to talk about The Last Hart Beating from the Dungeon to WWE by Nattie Neidhart. I am so excited to talk about this book today. This is another WWE memoir, one of my favorite WWE superstars, Natalya Neidhart. I read this book because I love Nattie so much, and this was a John pick, and he picked it to go right ahead of all the other books I was reading because he knows how excited I was to read this. My general thoughts about this book is that Nattie left it all on the page, just like she does in the ring. Reading her memoir, you go through all the ups and downs, the successes and tragedies. The epilogue left me sobbing. If you are a WWE fan, this is a must-read. Nattie takes us back to Stampede Wrestling and the Dungeon with her grandfather Stu Hart, to the Hart Foundation with her Uncle Brett and Dad Jim the Anvil Neidhart, to her and her husband TJ Wilson's careers. Now, a spoiler-free description of what this book is all about. This is straight from Goodreads. WWE Natalya Nattie Neidhart, the longest-serving female wrestler in WWE history, invites readers inside her extraordinary journey, from her upbringing in the legendary Hart family home through her more than 2 decades in wrestling. While most children grow up running around with their friends, Nattie Neidhart was schooled in the Hart family dungeon, in the shadow of her grandfather Stu Hart, father Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and legendary uncles Brett and Owen Hart. With every body slam and pile driver, Nattie fought her own way into professional wrestling. The first and only woman in her family to do so, to become a 2-time women's world champion and one of the most visible, titled, and world record-holding superstars in WWE. In this raw, unwavering, honest memoir, Nattie opens up for the first time about her life as the legacy of the Hart family dynasty, candidly sharing untold details. Her chaotic childhood in the boom and bust world of professional wrestling, including her family's brush with homelessness, her father's battles with addiction and other effects of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, leading to his eventual sudden death, and how they shaped her. Her struggle to navigate the complex dynamics between the Hart family and WWE in the aftermath of the Montreal Screwjob, Owen Hart's tragic death, and her husband TJ Wilson's near-fatal career-ending in-ring injury. Her front row seat to the rise of women's wrestling and the resilience it took to thrive as a female wrestler at a time when what you looked like on screen was more important than how talented you were between the ropes. From heart-pounding glory to devastating loss, The Last Hart Beating pulls no punches when it comes to the drama, hilarity, and outright mayhem of life inside the ring and out. Now, jumping into my ratings here, because this is a memoir, we don't have our usual Carl ratings as usual. We have 4 different categories here. Writing style, this had Nattie's voice written all over it. It was easy to follow along and written with the heart and passion that Nattie wrestles with. Content, Nattie covers it all, which is exactly what I was hoping for when I got this book. She writes about not only her career, but going through the Hart family's career, from Stu and his homeless days and his very first days in wrestling, to the kids training at Stu's house, to the Hart Foundation and her own career. She had the good and the bad, the celebrations and the tragedies, and wrote honestly. In places where she knew she was biased, she admitted it on the page, and this was everything I wanted and more from this book. Enjoyment. It's no secret, I loved reading this book, even the epilogue that left me sobbing. And our audiobook narration. Now, Nattie narrated this herself, and in the first half of this narration, there were some moments where her pauses felt misplaced. Sometimes it was in the middle of a sentence and were unexpected, and I mostly noticed those because I was doing an immersion read with this, so I had the written text in front of me. But she got through it, and the second half was flawless. She read with passion and emotion, but was also controlled as if she was delivering a WWE promo. So that is my quick spoiler-free review for The Last Hart Beating from the Dungeon to WWE by Nattie Neidhart. Like I said, if you are a WWE fan, women's wrestling fan, a Hart family fan, you will definitely want to pick up this memoir. It was so much fun to read. If you have read this book before, let me know in the comments below. What did you think of it and what were your favorite parts? As always, keep reading, and I love y'all to the moon and back.